Good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Lagos State Drivers Institute partners Nigerian Insurance Association to train over 50 corporate drivers. Chief of Defense Staff frowns at hostile treatment at African borders. On the foreign scene, Kamala Harris releases medical reports, seeks to draw contrast with Donald Trump amid campaigns across the United States. In sport, Egyptian captain Mohamed Salah gets early release from international duty amid ongoing 2025 AFCON qualifiers. Now the details. I'm Taiwo Baruwa. The Lagos State Drivers Institute Lastry is in partnership with the Nigerian Insurance Association NIA, collaborating to train over 50 corporate professional drivers and dispatch drivers to ensure safety on the roads. Speaking at the one-day training and workshop with the theme Safety, Compliance and Mental Health in Driving, held in Victoria Island, the General Manager, Lagos State Drivers Institute, Afsa Tiamiyu, urged other corporate organizations to take advantage of the services rendered by Lastry to up the skills of their drivers in line with the Theme Plus agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Tiamiyu noted that the agency will continue to partner with other corporate organizations to ensure safety on the roads.
The first pillar, which is transportation and traffic management. Fortunately for us, we are under Ministry of Transportation, and our core mandate is to ensure drivers are trained, drivers are retrained, drivers are satisfied towards ensuring safety of life and property. So this collaboration will go a long way to get the best out of the driver. You can see the theme of this training is safety, compliance, and mental health. Because apart from getting driver to be a better driver through adequate training, their mental health too is very, very important.
Earlier, the Director General of the Nigerian Insurance Association, Bola Odukale, said the collaboration is to ensure that drivers and riders from various insurance companies learn, unlearn, and relearn safety rules on driving and adhere to them to save lives. According to her, at this point, the mental health of drivers is of utmost importance and for the safety of all residents.
We are here today for a collaboratory training of all drivers within the insurance industry with Lagos State. And this borders on safety, borders on compliance, and borders on issues around their mental health, just for the safety of our drivers when they are on the road. And we are partnering with Lagos State to ensure that this is done. Because Lagos State, when it comes to anything compliance, when it comes to safety, in every sphere, Lagos State is always at the forefront.
The head of training, NIA, Rosemary Okonkwo. Some of the drivers trained expressed their gratitude to the state government and NIA for the laudable idea, which they believed would go a long way in shaping their activities on the wheels.
We are here for a very crucial training, which is very beneficial to me, especially based on my profession.
This is an exceptional training. It's really interesting and educative. As we learned so far on how to make use of the road.
And we've learned a lot. I've learned about mental health skill and how good it is for a driver to be knowledgeable.
The head of training, NIA, Rosemary Okonkwo, who noted that effort would be intensified on more trainings, said the latest is part of activities marking the Mental Health Week. Lagos State Health District 3 has organized a data review meeting to assess the performance of key health indicators from primary health care centers across Ekpe, Etiosa, and Ibejuleki. The comprehensive review covered data from August 2022 to August 2024, offering valuable insight into healthcare delivery and the effectiveness of ongoing health interventions within the areas. In her opening remarks, the Permanent Secretary of Lagos State Health District 3, Monsurat Adeleke, emphasized the importance of maintaining high quality and accurate data to meet the health needs of the population. She said the review's findings showed significant progress in several key health indicators, particularly in maternal and child health, immunization coverage, and the reduction of communicable diseases. The permanent secretary concluded by reaffirming the district's commitment to utilizing data as a key tool for decision making, ensuring that the health of citizens remains a top priority. The Lagos State Head of Service, Bodiaguru, has charged leaders in the public service of the state to intensify effort in ensuring collaboration and inclusivity among members of their teams in the various ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, of the state. He gave the charge at the opening ceremony of a two-day management staff retreat with the theme, Harnessing a Stronger Team for the Future, organized by the Lagos State Public Procurement Agency. Aguru, who was represented by the Permanent Secretary, Public Service Office, Sukomi Igbola, pointed out that effective leadership is very essential in driving an organization to its success in today's rapidly evolving and complex world, noting that these will enable their organizations to take informed decisions. Chairman, House Committee on Procurement, Samuel Akpata, underscored the need for the agency to regularly create opportunities for reflection and stock taking, assuring the agency of the support and commitment of the House towards ensuring all necessary amendment that would improve its effectiveness and efficiency. Earlier in his welcome address, the Director General of the agency, Fatai Onofowote, said the retreat is part of the program and initiatives of the agency to continuously reorientate and build the capacity of a participant for leadership roles and responsibilities they are expected to perform from time to time. Chairman of the Nigerian Institution of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, Abuja branch, Falake Odushiga, has called for more leadership roles for women, frowning against discrimination. Odushiga made this call while being honored as the 13th chairman and the first female president of the Abuja branch. She highlighted the unique strength women bring to leadership roles, expressing hope that her leadership would inspire other women to engage actively within the institution. Odushiga believes that her election as chairman will pave the way for more female participation, noting that a key part of her vision for the branch includes advocating for younger female generations. And the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRC, has called for sustained effort to break the cycle of poverty, inequality, and discrimination that disproportionately affects girls in Nigeria, urging for collective action to ensure that every girl can reach her full potential. Commander of FRC Solo Unit Oko stated this during the 2024 International Day of the Girl Child with the theme, Girls' Vision for the Future. Oko said the theme underscores the need for urgent action, persistent hope, driven by the power of girls' voices and vision for the future. He noted that many girls are denied opportunities due to climatic considerations, conflict, poverty, and gender equality. According to Oko, it is time to listen to girls, to invest in proven solutions that will accelerate progress towards a future in which every girl can fulfill their potential. Now to the rest of the stories. Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa has called for a united front among African countries following what he described as hostilities meted out to fellow brothers seeking passage through each border across the continent. Musa raised the concern at a dinner tagged the King's Banquet, held in honor of the Olu of Warri, Ogiame Atuashe III, and his wife, Olori Atuashe III, in Abuja. He said he felt pained seeing such inhumane treatment of fellow Africans in the course of his travels across the continent, adding that Africans must learn to appreciate one another. Today is World Migratory Bird Day. The day has a global outreach and is an effective tool to help raise global awareness of the threat faced by migratory birds, their ecological importance, and the need for international cooperation to conserve them. This year's event stresses the need for proactive conservation measures, such as reducing the use of pesticides and fertilizers, and where possible, switching to organic farming. Other measures include maintaining and connecting areas of natural vegetation which provide food and shelter for birds and other species in agricultural landscapes. This year's conservation theme is Protect Insect, Protect Birds, and focus on the importance of insects as essential food sources for migratory birds. In foreign news now, United States Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris has made her medical records public, seeking to draw contrast with Republican candidate Donald Trump. Her doctor, in a letter, said Harris possesses the physical and mental resilience necessary to serve as president. The Democratic nominee hopes the letter will put pressure on her rival Donald Trump to release his own records. And while the Trump campaign says in a statement that his doctors have concluded he is in perfect and excellent health to be commander-in-chief. In sport now, Egyptian captain Mohamed Salah will not play in next week's Africa Cup of Nations qualifier in Mauritania. Club side Liverpool confirmed this, saying the 32-year-old has been released early from international duty amid the ongoing October break. On Friday, Salah scored for Egypt in a 2-0 victory over Mauritania and had been due to play a second fixture against the same opponent on Tuesday. Liverpool also confirmed that Dutch defender Virgil van Dijk had been released early from international duty. Van Dijk was dismissed for the Netherlands after picking up 2 yellow cards during a 1-1 UEFA Nations League draw with Hungary. And that's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Keep your valuables out of view of miscreant. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch and use the programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, 51,514 graduates applied for the graduate internship program designed to expose interns to hands-on work experience? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Drivers Institute Lasdre, in partnership with the Nigerian Insurance Association NIA, have collaborated to train over 50 corporate professional drivers and dispatch riders to ensure safety on the roads. Chief of Defense Staff Christopher Musa has called for a united front among African countries following what he described as hostilities meted out to fellow brothers seeking passage through each border across the continent. We also told you that the United States Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris has made her medical records public, seeking to draw a contrast with Republican candidate Donald Trump. And finally, in sport, Egyptian captain Mohamed Salah will not play in next week's Africa Cup of Nations qualifier in Mauritania. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Oluokoroku. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.